And the lot for the tribe of Manasseh, for he was the firstborn of Joseph, was for Machir, the firstborn of Manasseh, father of Gilead, because he was a man of battle. Therefore he had Gilead and Bashan. And for the rest of the children of Manasseh, for their clans there was, for the children of Abiezer, and for the children of Helek, and for the children of Azriel, and for the children of Shechem, and for the children of Hepher, and for the children of Shemitah. These were the male children of Manasseh, son of Joseph, according to their clans. But Zelophehad, son of Hepher, son of Gilead, son of Machir, son of Manasseh, had no sons, but only daughters. And these were the names of his daughters: Mahlah, and Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. And they came near before Eleazar the Cohen, before Yahoshua son of Nun, and before the rulers, saying, Yahweh commanded Moshe to give us an inheritance among our brothers. So he gave them an inheritance among their fathers' brothers, according to the command of Yahweh. And 10 portions fell to Manasseh besides the land of Gilead and Bashan, which were beyond the Jordan, because the daughters of Manasseh received an inheritance among his sons, and the rest of Manasseh's sons had the land of Gilead. And the border of Manasseh was from Asher to Mikmetha, which faces Shechem, and the border went up to the right to the inhabitants of En Tappuah. The land of Tappuah belonged to Manasseh, but Tappuah on the border of Manasseh belonged to the children of Ephraim. And the border went down to the Wadi Kanah, southward to the Wadi. These cities of Ephraim were in the midst of the cities of Manasseh. But the border of Manasseh was north of the Wadi, and it ended at the sea. Southward it was Ephraim's, and northward it was Manasseh's, and the sea was its border. And it reached to Asher on the north, and Issachar on the east. And in Issachar and in Asher, Manasseh had Beath-shean and its towns, and Yibleam and its towns, and the inhabitants of Dors and its town, and the inhabitants of Endor and its towns, and the inhabitants of Taanach and its towns, and the inhabitants of Megiddo and its towns, 3 of the heights. But the children of Manasseh were unable to drive out the inhabitants of those cities, for the Canaanites desired to dwell in that land. And it came to be, when the children of Israel were strong, that they put the Canaanites to compulsory labor, but they did not utterly drive them out. And the children of Joseph spoke to Yahoshua, saying, Why have you given us but one lot, and one portion to inherit, seeing we are a great people, whom Yahweh has baraked until now? And Yahoshua said to them, If you are a great people, go up to the forest and clear a place for yourself, there in the land of the Perizzites and the Raphaites, since the hill country of Ephraim is too narrow for you. Then the children of Joseph said, The hill country is not enough for us, and all the Canaanites who dwell in the land of the valley have chariots of iron, both those who are of Beath-shean and its towns, and those who are of the valley of Yizreel. And Yahoshua spoke to the house of Joseph, to Ephraim and to Manasseh, saying, You are a great people, and have great power. You are not to have one lot. For the hill country shall be yours. For though it is a forest, you shall cut it down, and its farthest limits shall be yours. For you are to drive out the Canaanites, though they have iron chariots and are strong.